Are you a victim of domestic violence? Since 2013, From Ordinary to Extraordinary has helped over 3,000 women, and we want to continue to rebuild the community with one family at a time. Please make a donation or sign up for volunteer opportunities today at imfote.org. No matter how you choose to get involved, know that every bit counts. From Ordinary to Extraordinary is a 501c3 nonprofit organization designed to empower women and girls that have experienced domestic violence.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm going to tap in for sure.
Tap, tap, tap in.
It is the 4th day of 2023. We are back at it. My apologies. I take all responsibility for us being 14 minutes after the hour because I had to run and get a cup of coffee. That's right. I was on time, but I had to make a coffee run to get this little sugar high popping. All right, let's get it started, y'all. First of all, how was your night, Jay Black? Blizzy.
You just said it was the 4th, so that means tomorrow is the 5th.
No, get the out of here. For real. No, you are spinning like you are on fire. you are blazing. You must have had a good night's sleep.
No, I had a little bit better night. Just a little bit better. No, because Lady Q
birthday. Holiday Express.
Lady Q birthday tomorrow, then the 5th.
Oh!
So I gotta get ready. I gotta figure something out. We said the 4th.
What'd you say, Shorty?
He ain't figured out nothing yet, and it's tomorrow. Birthday come the same day every year.
It's just so close to Christmas. But
it don't matter if you play it. It matters how long it took. It matters. Did you wait for the last? It don't matter if the day is great. What if he makes an incredible day? What if he does that? Does it matter?
It comes every year the same time, and why are we on the 4th talking about? I got to figure something out.
It just said the 4th. It just hit me. It's like the 4th. Wait, that means tomorrow's the 5th. Either way, Wednesday the 4th. Yeah, everything's good. Good night. Good stuff. Nothing over the top. Nothing special. Just 4 days into the new year. We're 4 days into the new year. That's where we're at.
4 days into the new year.
White chocolate, Ashley.
Jay Black is wearing that shirt, and that's inspired by the fact that he's married to Lady Q. That's what he told me before we started the show. He said, simply blessed. He said that's what he's wearing that in honor of Lady Q and the Q comments. There you go, Jay.
I am. Even though she'll leave me if she found out we were brother and sister. But other than that,
yeah, that was disappointing. That was just because we were a little closer on the family tree. All of a sudden, you're gonna just leave. You gonna leave me,
Diane? Good morning.
You gonna leave me? Shorty Scott, how was your night? You got a little face on today. What's wrong with you?
No, my night was fine. The girls did popcorn, so that was interesting. We met some interesting people. And
yeah, she did. She met what's his name? Tell him who you met.
Who she meet?
Oh, I just met Charleston White. He's from here though.
Charleston White. The skinny black guy who goes all in on hip hop.
That be on podcast going off. I still don't know who the heck he is. Like, what is he known for? What is he? He ain't a rapper or anything, right? What is he?
Well, he's gonna be on the show, so be careful.
Oh. He just talk about people. I mean, he just responds. He responds, and for the most part, the stuff that he say, I do agree with what he's saying but
it's his delivery sometimes could be a little. People can't handle it.
Yeah. He talks about how stupid hip hop is all the time.
So he and Jaguar Wright hung out last night. And they're gonna do a show together. But like what you see, this is the thing that got me. What you see on the videos is one thing, but to meet him in person, it's completely different. He's a completely different person.
You should know that. You already know you've been in the business 30 years.
To meet somebody like that, I would think that because I said something to him, I didn't realize who he was. And so the girls sell their popcorn, and I'm trying to show them how to talk to people, how to bring people in. So when people walk through, I say, hey, would you like to support these young athletes? Da, 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 da. And so when he walked through, I said something along them lines. But sometimes, people turn around and look at you like, what say? But I mean, he came right over, and then by the time he got to the table, that's when I figured out, oh, this is Charleston White. But he's like, I don't eat popcorn, but I'm gonna support the girls.
Nice.
Very nice.
I like that.
He like real laid back, very, very like nothing like what you see on the videos.
But I think that goes for most, when the cameras turn on, you got to turn into, whatever character you portray.
Gotta put on for him.
Once the mics are on, you different than, when the mics is off. Oh, what up, Sequisha? What's up? Rich Rising. Oh, now it's not Grand Rising, it's Rich Rising. Okay, I'm with the Rich Rising. I'm with Rich Rising. I ain't mad at Rich Rising. Anything else happened? So y'all had the popcorn. Y'all met some people. Y'all met some semi-celebrities. Y'all got entrepreneurship being you're training that to your daughters, teaching them how to make the connection with the customers. I think that's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you still in a funky. Okay, all right. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know if this. I missed something. I was only 14 minutes late. Damn it.
Whoa, I'm still irritated from yesterday. So.
Kathy Black and Biles. Good morning.
Yeah, some females just can't hide their emotions, Mike. If they upset, you're gonna know it. If they irritated, you're gonna know it.
Well, I can't either. So don't say some females. I can't hide my emotions either. Like, I can't.
That's true. You can use frustrated that week.
Yeah, I can't. I honestly, I wear my feelings on my sleeve, on my shoulder, on my chest, on my forehead. Like I can't. That it's too much. When things go wrong, I need to let it be known. Like people starting to figure that out. My job. Leave me alone. Like yeah, I got it. I got it.
We don't want him coming back doing nothing crazy. Let's leave that man alone.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone. My night was fine. Everything was good. Well, everything wasn't good. I had irritation. They were things that irritated me. I realized that somebody said we live in a culture. I don't know who said it on TikTok where we just bitch. And I realize we do. And I bitch. I do a lot of bitching. We do a lot of complaining. And we don't do a lot of things is good. We really don't do a lot of things is good. We really don't do a lot of everything may not be going right, but we never focus on the stuff that's really going okay, that we're really blessed to have.
You should just be thankful and honor and highlight that more.
And if you do that on social media, then you turn into a pastor. Then people look at you like everything is labeled as now you're an inspirational speaker just because you're thinking about good stuff. Then you label yourself as an inspirational speaker. You're trying to I'm just trying to look on the bright side of things. That's all. I'm just trying to, like my mom has mastered that. She's mastered looking on the bright side of things, which almost becomes irritating because you're like, I don't want to look at the bright side of things. I don't want the glass to be half full. I want the glass to be half empty. I want to think about when the water's done. So today, I want to tell you how much I bitch. I went to go get this cup of Wawa, this little coffee, this big coffee. I had to get the big one. I would like to tell people there's a certain rush hour when you go to any convenience store. And I can't stand y'all people either when it's time to go to work, it's lunchtime, or it's time to go home. You know what I'm saying? 12 to 2. In the morning, it's 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. And in the evening, it's like between 4. People get off at 4 to 6. Let's say the typical ones. And y'all want to take all day to dig in your damn pockets to pay for something when you know there's an effing line. The nurse went to Wawa. For those in the DFW, Wawa is basically a 7-Eleven. She goes up there and she does her grocery shoppings at the place. She literally got 13 items that have to be rung up right now. Why would you wait till the morning rush to buy 13 things at the damn Wawa / 7-Eleven for everybody in the DFW? Then, after you do it, your dumb ass wants to pay in cash, which I don't have a problem for. I don't have a problem with it. But at least have the cash ready when you're going because you know you're going to pay in cash. You want to dig in your little bingo wallet and you want to dig and open this bitch up. And now you want to go 10, 11, 12, 30, 05. And now you want to give exact change. Now you got quarters and nickels and and everybody's sitting there going like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? The only people who irritate me more are people who buy lottery tickets in the heat when everybody's there and decide they want to buy $30 worth of scratch-offs, and they just don't want random scratch-offs. They want specific scratch-offs.
Number 22.
I want yes.
4.
What are we doing?
Give me 2 of that. Yeah.
What are we doing here? I would have been here 7 minutes early if it wasn't for this lady decided she had to do her grocery shopping at the damn Wawa/7-Eleven. Dumb B. And then the little white girls next to her, they giggle.
I thought we was being positive and not complaining.
I know. This is when I realized. This is what I'm saying. This is when I realized how much I bitch. Because I didn't say any of this out loud. This is all in my head. All in my head, I'm yelling. I'm literally yelling at this bitch in
and
my
you probably
head.
showing it. You probably paid a little rocking.
I know this is my face.
You ready to just pay for stuff for it? Let me just pay for this.
I got my debit card already out, cuffed in my hand. My debit card is already out. You know why? Because I'm in. They don't have a self-checkout, Stacey. They don't have a self-checkout at this Wawa, which is bizarre to me. They do not have a self-checkout.
Wawa got self-checkout?
Yeah, a bunch of Wawas have self-checkout now. They don't have self. Now I got my debit card is so cuffed in my hand that is making a cut in my palm. That's how tight I got this thing. I'm surprised I didn't snap it. What are we doing making people late? People are already stressing up, and now you want to sit there and count change out to give exact change. Sequisha, I hate when people write checks and don't start writing until they get to grand total. I'm like, damn,
still pay with checks.
You could have filled all that out except the total. That's what you could have done. But everybody's in la la land, like everybody ain't got a schedule that we on. So yes, I realized that person yesterday that's on. You right. We do live in a culture where I bitch a lot. Good morning, Bishop.
But you're healthy. You woke up this morning. You should be on the positive.
Exactly.
We should have had the priest on to talk about cardiac arrest in light of Damar Hamlin. But yeah, you woke up healthy. That's good.
Exactly. You're absolutely 1,000. And I woke up productive. I worked out this morning. I did everything I had to do in the morning time. I did my push-ups. I did my sit-ups. I did my little weight work.
Whoa,
so I was on schedule.
Overachiever. You're overachiever. Yes. Good job. Good stuff from
I took all my vitamins in my system. That's why I'm ramped up right now. Like I just did a line of cocaine. Use your digital wallet to move the line. Yes. Do something. And people, here's another thing. And then we're going to get to the show. If you tap your card, you know how you tap to pay? You tap it instead of inserting it on it. You just tap it on the screen. If it don't work the first 2 times, just insert that motherfucker in the machine.
Nope.
Why are we still tapping?
Mine doesn't work.
Why are we still tapping? This is what really irritates me. When you tap, then I tap. Like I'm trying to help the customer. I tap and I'm like, all right, just insert it. Then somebody else comes over, another employee. Well, let me try it. For what? All you have to do is insert the motherfucker.
They want that tap to work because they do me like that. They're like, just tap your card. I'm like, no, I have to insert it. The Navy Federal cards don't work. Okay. Jeez. And they keep saying decline. I said, I'm telling you, it doesn't work. Then I insert it and then ta-da.
It's so irritating, but you're right. We should look on the bright side of things. The bright side of things is I can afford a cup of coffee. The bright side of things is that I'm going to do a morning show with people I like most of the time. And the bright side.
If they ain't got all funky attitudes.
The bright side of things is all my squares are here except the one that's on a cruise or doesn't have her internet working. Listen, it's a bright side.
It's crazy. You know it ain't working.
It's crazy. The traffic is crazy. Good morning, Mark. You gotta look on the bright side of things. The bright side of things is my parents are healthy. I see them, and that's a major bright side. The bright side is that the relationship with my kids has improved dramatically. That's the bright side of things.
There it is.
For some reason, the bright side of things can be destroyed by a dumb, non-planning heifer who decides to buy 13 things at the Wawa/7-Eleven at 7 o'clock in the morning. Goodness, the shade of it all. Yes, Sequisa. The shade of it all. All right, let's get to it. We said we were gonna plan for today's show. We didn't.
Nope.
We didn't. I went to sleep super early. I forgot to say that. I went to sleep super early. That's another reason why I got a ton of. I went to sleep super early. Like I was happy that there was no games on. Tashabi said when the card keep declining, then they want to check their online account. No, and ain't no money.
I know I got money. Man. I know it's there. Let me call this bank.
When my card has been declined and I've had to transfer funds, I just back out the line. Once it does that, I just go take the next person and wait till I figure this out. I'm not gonna sit there, you stubborn asses, and wait and delay everybody else because you got to figure out your financial troubles And I've been there. I'm not dissing you because maybe you don't have the money. I'm just dissing you for step to the back. Let everybody else do it. I did too. 8 o'clock. I didn't fall asleep at 8 o'clock, but I think they was down there selling popcorn till 9 something, and I was unconscious by like 9:40. I vaguely remember my phone ringing saying we home or something about Chipotle. They had to go get Chipotle or something. I don't know. There was some message.
They check in with you? Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But,
There's a phone call. There's a FaceTime. Wow. They're like, we're going to get Chipotle and some other.
Is that required or something? Well, I don't know what's going on.
No, it's not required. It just happens. I don't know what to tell you.
They don't check in with me. Shawnee don't call me like, Jay, we done selling popcorn.
Oh, she checking.
The girls didn't hit you yesterday. Pam didn't hit you yesterday.
But it wasn't about no popcorn. But anyway, I digress.
Trust me. No, trust me, Shawnee checking with you for a whole lot of shit. She checking with you for a whole lot of shit.
Wait, I know you're not getting jealous. Hold up. What did I just hear?
Shawnee checking with you for a whole lot of shit.
He got a whole stank attitude with me yesterday when I texted him and said, hey, don't make no plans from this time to this time. Well, I don't know. You gonna have to tell me.
Yeah.
So I tell him, and well, how did you do that? I don't know. And well, who did you? I'm like, well, goddamn.
A little touchy, somebody get a little possessive. I don't know what's going on.
I'm not possessive about. I'm possessive about
what he says.
He can't call me that.
I see where you going with this, Jay. No, when you tell me, you just send me a text message. Look, I'm not gonna get into this whole thing. But you don't plan up from March 2nd to March. I'm like, what? Well, what? How am I supposed to know that? Like, how am I supposed to know that?
You just don't plan nothing.
That's not how I live my life. Don't plan nothing from March 2nd to March 2nd to March 7th. Like, first of all, I didn't have a stink attitude. I was asking questions. I was like, well, what are we doing? Like, I need to know what we're doing so just in case.
So if somebody say don't plan something around your birthday and you question it, that's interesting. Yeah. Well, you know that. Yeah.
My mom's birthday. People also had to understand my mom's birthday is the day after my birthday. So it's like it's a little thing, but I said I'll figure it out. Jay Black, leave Mike alone. He playing
the bonus dad role.
A bonus dad role. I don't know about the bonus dad role, but
Uncle Mike.
But I don't mind being a bonus dad. I don't mind being a bonus dad. I don't mind being a bonus. But they went to Chipotle, so I went to sleep. I don't know how we got it. All I was saying is I went to sleep early. That's all now I got a stank attitude because I'm asking questions. Well, get used to the stank attitude then, because there's gonna be more questions from where that came from. So let's get the show started. All right, what y'all tell me, because we ain't got no plans. But y'all tell me where y'all want to start. We got white guys beating up their wives at clubs. We got Young Gunner who might do life in jail because he want to be a leader of a racketeering organization. Y'all tell me. Y'all give me what y'all want. Y'all give me what y'all want.
Where you want to go? So this is what we have here. We still have Jamie Foxx on J-Lo, the gay priest walking out on the interview, the black gay preacher walking out on the interview, Farrakhan and the Holocaust. Meghan Markle's not black. Chicago Public Schools. Diddy calls Young Gunner.
Meghan not black.
That's what they say. Dame Dash on Biggie leaving Bad Boy. R. Kelly's call from jail. We got a granny doing the Dougie and the thing. I don't think Jay want to do that though. The tire shop murder.
The tire shop murder was horrible. I don't care. Just play a video. You want to, because we got to get rid of this gay pastor, because we haven't done this gay pastor walking off. This gay pastor walked off. I guess I don't know why he walked off. I guess there was a controversial interview. I guess the interviewer wasn't too happy, or wasn't too kind, or was he offensive? I don't even remember seeing the video. So we got a gay pastor.
Let's do the priest first.
The what?
The priest. It's a priest and a pastor. The same guy interviewed both of them.
Okay.
So here we go. Here's the gay priest.
You don't look gay.
You don't look gay.
We come in all shapes and sizes, brother.
So you're gay?
I'm gay.
I didn't know you were gay.
Yeah, well, I just told you.
How did you become gay?
One doesn't become gay. One is born that way.
Does God know you're gay?
No.
Did he make you that way?
That's my opinion.
You think that God made you gay?
I have no, I don't know I'm not going to be presumed.
Are you called by God to be a priest or is it something you volunteer to do?
It's you feel a calling, right?
Amazing. And so you've never been married?
Well, you can marry in my church.
You can?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In fact, my church is gay friendly. I can marry a man.
You can marry a man?
In my church.
Have you ever done it?
I've officiated at the marriage.
But you never married one?
No, I've never been married.
Oh, okay. And so, have you been with men? Really?
Yeah.
That's mind-blowing.
This is mind-blowing for you?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I never expected a priest and a father of Epiphany Church to be gay.
You sounds like you're coming from the assumption, what's look gay?
You know, switchy and soft looking.
Really? That's what you call stereotyping.
Do your congregation know that you're gay?
Absolutely, they do.
Oh, okay. What? So now I see a little gay in you.
Good.
You did this? I saw it.
Uh-huh.
So, thank you. So listen, is your religion the same as Christianity or just different?
Yeah, I'm in the Episcopal Church, the Anglican Church.
So why would
we're
God...
not here to talk about sacred resistance. We're going to talk about homosexuality.
I'm just stunned that you're gay. I didn't know that. I didn't read it. One last question about that. Why would God make lesbians and gay men? Why? What was the purpose of that?
Why did God make zebras?
But how about lesbians?
What was the purpose of that?
To multiply.
To multiply.
More
why
zebras.
do we need more zebras?
To keep the earth clean and do what zebras do. But you don't know why God made lesbians.
I don't know why God made zebras. I don't know why God made you or why God made me.
Amazing.
If you say you know it,
I know why God made me.
You're probably being a little presumptuous.
No, he made human beings to create love.
And he probably made zebras so that's why he made gay people.
Amazing. I had no idea. So I got to ask you about your organization. You about to run?
Yeah, I'm going.
Don't run. Priests don't run.
This priest is leaving.
Why?
Because it's a stupid conversation.
What's stupid about it? We're talking about America. Are you really running? Straight up. Hit the bell. Amazing.
Oh, you're
Oh my God.
Well, all right.
You don't look gay. God made you gay. Why God made you gay? Listen, man. Are we allowed to laugh at that? Like, because it's 2023. Are we allowed to get a laugh?
Or you're allowed to be honest? Because I'm sure there's times you said, well, that person didn't look gay. You have said that out loud. People have said that. So I mean, it's ignorant, but people do have that stereotype of what gay is. The flamboyant, over the top, men on films, living single type, but I'll let you go. I don't know.
I mean, I could have done that interview. I mean, I could have if they would have paid me enough. If they didn't cut a check, I would have asked the same questions. But like off the top, I would have never asked those questions. Like I would have been like, okay. And I think the set looks like a nice little set. It looks official. So I think he got caught off guard simply because of the setup.
But you don't think a pastor or a priest, that's not like your thought, right? If we're being honest.
You don't think that they gay?
Yeah, you're not looking at a pastor like in the church. You're not, because usually they say that's frowned upon, right? Huh?
Yeah, but they gay. There's a lot of them that got wives and they dealing with men.
Yeah, that's a whole confusing thing because that was the place that they were the first ones telling us that you weren't supposed to be gay. And then all of a sudden they were gay, and I was wow. I don't care. Like I'm to each his own. Do what you do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, do what you do. Like you love it, I like it. Like I always said, if I was gay, y'all would know it. I'd be the flamingest gay dude in square history because I'm a flaming heterosexual now. So we got that one. And then what's the other one that you got? You got another pastor who walks off another pastor.
It's the same guy interviewing. And that guy does interviews like that. He interviews a lot of people, and it's hard to sit there with him. I don't know. I guess people get offended by the stuff that he asks, but he did the same thing. He had a gay black pastor on.
Even Bishop said that was crazy. Bishop almost cursed. He was like, that was some crazy.
Does Bishop's Church
Black
allow?
and slow.
Okay.
And just for the record, does that mean you're a homosexual?
I could be considered a homosexual.
Are you considered? I don't want to think of you if you're not.
I'm a homosexual.
You're a homosexual?
Yes.
And so you're a homosexual pastor?
I am a homosexual pastor, yes.
How long have you been a homosexual pastor?
What does he say
I've been
like
a
that?
pastor for 8 years, senior pastor, and then before that, prior to that, I was a youth pastor.
Oh, okay. Why do you think that God would call a person, a homosexual, to be a pastor but not change him?
So, I don't think that God majors where we minor. And so I think that what happens is I think that we put limitations on God doesn't have. There's a thought process that God could possibly be a woman, that God could be this, or that God could be that God can be whatever it is that you need him to be.
You believe that he can be a woman?
I believe that God can be whatever it is that you need him to be. God shows himself as a big black woman in the kitchen cooking.
Big black woman?
A black woman in the kitchen cooking. And
So you think God can be a big black woman?
I think that God can be whatever it is that you need God to be at that moment.
Do you think that God can be a homosexual too?
If God needs to be a homosexual, I think that he was, but I don't liken him to that. I don't liken God to be to be an isolated gender.
So you believe that God can be a woman, a big black woman, a homosexual?
God can be whatever you need God to be.
But what made you think you're a homosexual then? If there's not a feeling on this side, why do you think you're
homosexuality is not a feeling, it's a state of being. It's who the person innately is. It has nothing to do with creating a feeling that you're talking about. It's the innate nature of who that person is.
What does that mean? I'm black and slow. I don't know what that means. The show you said that you introduced your is he your husband or your wife? Is that your husband? He gonna be your husband or your wife?
I'm gonna end this interview.
Why?
Because we're ending this right now.
Why you want to end?
We're ending it.
Well, come back.
Take this off.
You said you're gonna marry this guy.
When you want to have, he's a guy. You're calling him a female. You're being disrespectful.
I asked if you gonna call him husband or wife. Come back.
Not to come back.
Do you want to be interviewed? Amazing.
I don't.
The part of it is funny. It is. I mean, sometimes you gotta laugh though. You just gotta laugh.
No, it's funny. Like it's just like at a certain point in the interview, you have to realize, don't you get where he's going with this? Like y'all not comedians, y'all do get where he's going with this, right? Like if you're doing an interview, like you don't have to be a comedian to get where he's going with this, right? Like if you're doing an interview and he's asking you these questions, you do, and he repeats, he's basically asking you the same question in a different way over and over and over again, trying to question what you are. At a certain point, don't you just laugh and be like, I don't know how these people are set up. Did he say I'm black and slow? Did he say?
Yeah, I'm black and slow. You gotta break this down. You gotta break this down for me how this works. But some people are really curious about different sex preferences. I guess so I don't know if it was coming from a sincere place of curiosity in the church, and but it did make it as a joke. You think God is a gay black woman, a big black gay woman, or whatever?
That's what he said. He said he pictured God as a big black woman in the kitchen cooking. That's what the man said, and I'm like, what?
You think God could be gay?
I mean, I get what he's saying. God can be everything to everybody, which is, I mean, I was gonna say that's a lot of pressure, but God can handle the pressure, I guess. But there's a guy who does. Did y'all ever see the movie The Hangover? Y'all ever saw the movie The Hangover? No.
Yeah, the original.
You saw The Hangover?
Yeah.
All right, so the fat guy who gets everybody high and always gets him in trouble, the fat guy that wanted to live with his mom and everything like that.
Yep.
He has a show like this where he has, because he's a celebrity actor. He has celebrities like Jerry Seinfeld and all these other people, and he asks them similar questions, not gay questions, but he asks them the same type of kind of direct, rude, off the beaten trail questions. And he does the same thing. I forget what it's called. It's called something. The plant that's behind him. is what the whole podcast is called. So I don't know, y'all. I that's funny. That's all I can say. I don't have any commentary on it. Ain't nobody trying to get everybody riled up. I ain't got no commentary. It's funny. It's I don't know.
Yeah, if you just want to laugh, just to laugh. But I guess you want to laugh at other people's pain. It gets sensitive now in 2023. You still can't, be funny, but
I mean, like if somebody, if he knew I was Puerto Rican, right? Two ferns. That's what it is. Yeah, Rick. Two ferns, and he is super. He's this black guy like to the 12th power, and he's got A-list celebrities. But then the celebrities start to figure out what it is. Funny Marco.
Funny Marco does those type of interviews too. Funny Marco's hilarious.
Yeah,
Black boy.
The whole thing. I only see segments of it. I gotta watch the whole thing because
if he knew I was Puerto Rican, he was like, "Do you guys really have a lot of kids?" Like, and he did every stereotype, and he was like, "Do you guys really pack people in cars and stuff like that?" I would get where he's going with this. I would be like, "Okay, well, we're gonna play. If we want to play, let's play."
You should watch Funny Marco too, Mike. He did a DJ Envy interview. He did an interview.
I think I saw the DJ
Funny
Envy
Marco.
interview.
I
did see the DJ Envy interview.
Yeah, so
Funny Marco.
Yeah, I don't know how you keep a straight face asking them questions. Like I don't. It's tough to keep a straight face when you asking certain questions like that. But hey.
I mean that would be a tough. But if you go on there, if you're not the first or second one, if you've seen the show, you should know what's going on. Now maybe these two individuals, these two pastors, didn't see the show, so they didn't know what was going on. But I mean, hey, glass head, let's be positive. At least we laughed. We laughed. All the squares giggled. All the squares had smiles on their faces. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I don't know if we could really do a show like that. That's tough to do an entire show like that because I feel bad for the person after a while.
No, because it gets to a point where it's disrespectful. Like you said, you say that your wife, that as a male, I don't think a male is going to refer to a female as a wife.
A valid question. Did you refer to your person?
That's not no.
I thought that was a valid question too.
Y'all get married? What?
It's your partner.
I'm not in that world. Do y'all call each other that?
There's zero chance a man is going to call another man his wife. Well, I don't believe so.
Okay,
I could be wrong.
I have seen these pastors that run these churches, these that are openly gay. The pastor got their spouse, and the pastor is the pastor, and the male spouse is the first something, and it's feminine. So it's like, okay, and they take the pictures like the pastor and the pastor wife and put the flyers out like that.
I don't know.
They do it.
Yeah. I don't
so
know.
I'm like, well, and then sometimes the one will have on like a, not a, they have on pants, but they got the thing on like a dress on them too when they get married. So it's like, well,
you don't know.
Why you can't just ask the question? I mean, if you're ignorant to it, the only way you learn is to ask the question and find out.
But
I mean, he could have just said that's my partner. Yeah, you were about to say something that. Go ahead. Go. What are you about to say, Jay?
You're not in society. You're not supposed to ask those questions that could potentially be offensive.
Ain't that about it? But you're not supposed to ask questions.
You're not.
Ain't that something? In 2023,
I was taught no question is a dumb question.
That's what we taught in school. That's what we were told.
That's a dumb question is the one you don't ask.
But if it can offend someone to make them uncomfortable, you
can't do it. A whole bunch of questions that were offensive.
Like the girl that the Indian girl that works with me, she came to this country when she was 20. So I asked her questions about where she was from. Like I wanted to know. I said, "Do y'all have?" Yeah, I was like, "Do y'all have nightclubs?" Yes, we do. We have nightclubs. I wanted to know, do y'all party? Like, is it?
You asked that if they had nightclubs.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Shawty already checked you before about sending me that picture of her and talking to me about her.
We're not gonna go back to that nonsense. I didn't say that.
Okay, you did that. You stepped in that. You asking the questions. Why you worried?
Those were legit questions. I wanted to know: is there a bad part? Is there a hood? I want to know: was there a hood in India? Like, is there a hood?
There's a hood in every community, every area.
Well,
every
is it
city.
always? Is your hood on the south side too, or the north side? Is there a something? They're like, no, there's a place. Where, you know what I'm saying? She broke it down to me. Those were legit questions according to who he interviewed. I think he would ask the same type of questions to a murderer or a thief or whatever. That's what I think. I mean, I know he's being funny. Like, understand, I know he's writing these questions to be as difficult as possible and to be as blunt as possible. And I get it. Everyone gets offended off of nothing. I don't know. But I'm curious. Like, I'm curious about people's lifestyles. I'm curious about what people do. No. Please don't put me, Pastor Cheatham, in that.
He said, that ain't me.
You're not.
Yeah, no, we don't think
Shawn, you want me to roll up?
And this Indian girl, he probably ain't had no attitude with her. That was the problem yesterday. He was chit-chatting with her, and then guess he's mad he couldn't talk to her.
No, she ain't trying to organize my entire life, so we were cool.
Ooh, all right, let's move on, because they can get nasty.
All right.
Like, wow. First of all, I want to make it clear, I did not have an attitude about anything. And I repeated over and over again how much I appreciated and how much this had never been done before. But that gets taken away from everything I said.
Does she have a boyfriend?
I have no idea if that young lady has a boyfriend. I have no idea if that young lady has a boyfriend. I have no idea. Mike, do the girl accent again. No, I'm not, because I caught myself in the middle doing the accent, and I want anybody to think that I'm mocking.
Can't get it. Nope.
That I'm mocking her accent in any way, because she's a nice person. She's a nice person, and I did not have an attitude, like at all. Mike, you are not to ask that lady at your job, and she's my coworker.
You probing, asking about her heritage, where she from, her background. You try to get to know her.
She was the one.
That's how relationships form, though. And also, that's how everybody.
I don't want to be disrespectful to the person, but if I take a picture, then all of it, and I send it, but then that would be totally disrespectful. That would be disrespectful. But that would end all the speculation. But that would be disrespectful.
Did she offer to cook some food for you? Because they got
Jesus. Oh my God.
She gonna bring you something special.
All of a sudden, this morning he got to get up and go get coffee.
What does coffee have to do with what?
And he was too sleepy to talk to me last night. So where were you?
I was too what?
Sleep to talk to me last night. So where were you?
Yes, I was asleep. I was catching
he was
up.
Talking to her. He was damn sure.
I was.
He called me. I'm be about 5 minutes late. I got to go get this coffee. Mike ain't never got up this early and got no coffee.
How much proof do y'all need? Do y'all need a bigger cup?
You spent the night at her house. You could have stopped.
Oh my God! This is silly record.
It's just easy to get to work the next day.
He was getting curry. He was getting chicken curry last night. That's why we ain't talking.
That's so disrespectful. I'm gonna end this interview. I'm ending this interview. I'm walking off this interview.
All right, what's next?
Take this thing off. Take this thing off.
You leave?
Oh, y'all gonna lock me in? Y'all gonna lock me in here?
I'm black and I'm slow. You leave?
Goodness gracious. All right, so what this is hilarious. Y'all stop.
It ain't me. He did it himself.
I did. I was interested in what went on.
You was interested in her, and you was asking her questions.
Yes. Just like Shawnee was talking to men yesterday, walking around selling popcorn, using that as a front to chit chat with them.
But who was on FaceTime?
And then
FaceTime.
I wasn't on FaceTime the entire time.
You on FaceTime, and then you called me in the middle. Yeah,
I wasn't on there when these conversations popped up.
When you call, I answer the phone.
Too soon to be spending the night. You stupid.
Yeah, that's Mike.
I wasn't spending. First of all, don't slander this young woman like that. She's like a 20-year-old something. She's chill. She's relaxed. She's the one training me. Y'all are funny. And you were just
training you. Whoa. She teach you the ropes. She teach you the moves. Okay.
I bet so. She can schedule your day, huh?
She can't.
This day you got to do this.
Okay. No, she can't. No, she can't. And I slept yesterday just like the day before. You slept the entire night the day before. Just like you was catching up on rest, I caught up on rest. Mike on the next flight to New Delhi. Y'all see, y'all ignorant. Y'all ignorant for that. First of all, the fact that you're stereotyping that she's from New Delhi. That is ridiculous, White Chocolate. I thought you were friends.
Where is she
I have no idea. I have no idea.
All them questions. I mean, you should know they got nightclubs in India. We see that on Instagram and TikTok.
I was like, so do y'all celebrate Christmas? She was like, I don't celebrate Christmas, but we celebrate all the holidays. Everybody celebrates Muslim holidays.
She right up your alley, not celebrating Christmas, huh?
Wow.
Unbelievable.
I can't believe
you over soliciting grown-ass men, talking to them in a lobby of your spot, and got the nerve to be talking about me, talking to a co-worker who's training me.
That's true
You
too,
over there
Shawnee.
talking about you a Pisces, you a Sagittarius, you talking about and then hold up. Then I was on the FaceTime for all of 5 seconds as she rushed me off the FaceTime and clicked the FaceTime off and went back to chit-chatting with the dudes in the lobby talking about, you know who I met? Who'd you meet? She gonna put the name in there. I'm like, who the hell is that? Like, I'm not the one who was excited to meet somebody at work and send you a text message like I met so-and-so. Oh boy.
But yeah, because you ain't send me her, but you sent it to Jay.
I didn't send it to Jay. That's another thing. I did not send it to Jay.
Well, this is the picture that he sent me.
I didn't. First of all, that's a different picture
That was
than the
from
last picture you put up.
no, that was a no. It's the same exact girl, and you sent me another version. All right, let me stop. Let me just take it down. All right, and you said you got it from her page, her social media
page. First of all, that is not her. She has never grabbed her bottom lip like that. She has never grabbed her bottom lip.
And that's from training.
She don't grab her bottom lip like that.
Never grabbed her bottom lip like that. Y'all are idiots today.
All right. It's all good. Get to know your coworkers, though, Mike. Get to know your coworkers.
Hey, you got to know your coworkers instead of introducing yourself to strangers. Let's go.
Well, I got to know my neighbors because I never know, something might go wrong. I might need something fixed in here.
I know you gotta get that plumber. You gotta get
but
that.
Guys do be flirting with you though, Shiny, with the whole popcorn thing. But that's just another story.
Be flirting with me.
They do. They do.
I ain't even ask her about all that. I ain't even asked if anybody flirted. I ain't even asked.
Shiny ain't never sold popcorn with her hair, her wig. Like you dialed up to be out there. I don't know. Like who you trying to impress?
I don't be dialed up.
All right.
All right. What's the next story? Because y'all not gonna.
I don't even have my wig on.
Y'all not even gonna judge. You had your wig on yesterday. You on her Facebook page. I don't even know
why I have my wig on yesterday. What I do yesterday?
I don't know. I have no idea
exactly what I did.
That was me. I wouldn't deal with that.
You know my every move.
I'm not having a lover's quarrel. People saying I had an attitude yesterday. I didn't have an attitude at all. If I had an attitude, I would just say I had an attitude. I wouldn't sit here and deny it. Like I would embrace my attitude.
Yeah, that was his work, Bill. Yeah.
That's not my work, B. Like, see, y'all gonna force me to literally, and it's disrespectful for me to put a picture up because it would be mean. It would be mean.
Ain't nothing to do with nothing.
She's a nice young girl. All the people in it.
When the lights off, so I don't want to see no pictures.
Everything is not the same when the lights off. But go ahead.
You the picture. You sent Jay.
You must be speaking from experience if everything's the same when the lights off. But what's the next story? What are we going through next?
I guess we'll do. I guess we'll talk about these bad kids in the Chicago public school system.
Go ahead. Is there a video? Go ahead. Let me see these badass kids. Yeah, show the badass kids.
I know I wouldn't deal with that, Mike. That's just what I'm saying. It couldn't be me.
You wouldn't deal with what?
Can we just play the video?
Keep on. Go with the video. With the video.
You would deal with what?
You getting dialed up to go sell popcorn to let people flirt all up in your face. But go ahead. I digress.
I know you ain't sitting up here trying to flip nothing.
No. Chicago. What?
Like down there sweating and shit, selling popcorn. And trying to teach some kids that don't understand what they doing. Really?
No, go ahead.
And that's exactly what I said to open the show. I said that's amazing that Shawnee was teaching the entrepreneurship rules and how to meet people and all that other stuff. But that got lost, just like I said yesterday, how much I appreciated what you did for me. That got lost in that translation too. Typical. Go ahead. Can you play the kids, please? Can you play the kids?
Communication is the key.
Mike, what's her IG? I don't know.
Can't do one of these problems. Fuck up talking to me, Mr. Johnson, before I come knock the motherfucking glasses off your face. And that's on my dick or my head.
Didn't I tell you earlier today? I said I do not talk to you that way, and I would appreciate it if you did not talk to me that way.
Talking to me.
I do not curse at you. Have I ever cursed at you?
Yes.
I have never cursed at you.
Yes, you have.
You know that's not true.
I bet I could put up some problems next. You don't even know, Mrs. Johnson.
You probably could. Come on, put some problems on the board.
Fuck that.
I tell you.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Give you
fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, that's nice.
Get away from the computer.
Shut the fuck up.
Take the coat off.
That's why you don't know how to do the problem.
Take the coat off. Take the coat off. Take the coat off. I'm asking. You will get it at the end of the day. Take the coat off.
I'm wearing my coat.
Take the coat off.
It's too much.
That ain't no damn too much. Badass
fucking kid. Take the coat off.
No, that's too much.
It is not too much. Everybody's supposed to take their coat off.
If I'm cold, I'm cold. Don't tell my child to take his coat off.
That's why your kid cursing at people. Badass motherfucker.
I'm out. Oh no, you're not gonna bully my kid. Just exercise.
I'm bullying the kid. We all had to take our coat off.
Get it, okay? You gonna get it. You gonna get it.
Hey, he ran up on him.
Don't you gonna get it?
Face up here.
No, hell no. You ain't.
Oh, he going to?
Through a chair.
Bird. Have a seat.
See, narrative changes.
Don't break it. Don't break it.
Bird.
You gonna keep? You're not gonna put your hands on my child.
Your child out of control.
Your child out of control.
Have a seat.
I'm not.
No, they need better systems in place. No, what we not doing is not gonna keep kidnap my child.
You really going to jail?
Kidnapping your child.
All you gotta do is sit in class. But your child is so dysfunctional.
He's not de-escalating. He's escalating this. He's not de-escalating.
There's no de-escalating with this classroom.
This boy told the teacher, F you, I come slap them glasses off your head.
I said, all we do is substitute values.
What's 6 times 2?
These poor kids got a lot of problems going on at the house.
That little boy.
It started off, the kids were dead wrong, all the cussing and all that. But once it turned to you trying to intimidate my child and take your coat off.
There are rules that have to be enforced, and these kids can't follow the rules.
There's no rules over you can't wear your coat or jacket in class.
Yes, it is.
If I'm cold, then what?
No, he's not cold. He's not cold. You're making an excuse up. He's not cold. The kid is not cold. He never once said he was cold.
And was the teacher just not flexing, trying to abuse his power?
No, they was bullying the teacher that didn't flex.
It didn't flex. It's three adults in that classroom. The teacher had the glasses on. There's a woman in the back that's observing everything. And then the other man came in. I applaud them for not putting their hands on these kids because it couldn't have been me because me and that little boy would have been bouncing off every wall. I would have grabbed him by his neck. For real.
You discipline from the words. They were dead wrong in the beginning, I believe.
No, they tried. The teacher tried to discipline with the words, and look what he got. What they responded.
So you need to figure. Y'all as adults need
Nobody
to come up
can figure anything out because your parents are screwing these kids up when they're at home.
You can't blame the parents. You don't know what the households.
Blame the parents.
You don't know what the households look like.
Oh, do you see these kids?
If you were the teacher, Jay, what would you have done? How would you have handled it?
You have to figure out a way to de-escalate certain scenarios.
And tell us.
So whoever is the problem person, whatever reprimanding it comes in play. So if it's a matter of calling whatever guiding counselor in the school security, and that person has to be removed to a different area. All right, that person's gone.
So now what? Now you put him in a different area.
You have to control your classroom. Now you got everybody cursing, everybody wilding.
The whole classroom is wilding out. The entire classroom is out of control.
The aide or whoever the extra adult was can't come in now. He husky. Now that's just not going to help make things better.
What do you really think you're going to reason with that kid?
What you think happened when security comes? I mean, because I think
it's individually based.
The man probably was the behavioral specialist. There was a female in the classroom too.
There's an adult female in there.
If your kid is being sent to school with that attitude, it's you that's screwing up at the household. It's you, because my kid ain't never doing that in life. In life. My kid ain't never cursing at a teacher in life.
I bet not get a call if that happened.
In life. And I am so anti-violence and anti-discipline kids but if you're disrespecting people like that, first of all, it's too late. Everybody going to jail.
Okay with that teacher pushing your kid to shopping? You okay?
Yes.
You okay with that teacher standing over
him?
Threw
something
at him. You ain't gonna be punking him. No, respect is due too.
He threw a chair.
This looked like the class of children with behavioral problems. Exactly. They do have behavioral problems. These poor kids.
Who's more responsible? The kids with the behavioral problem or the adults?
I'm not getting paid to fix your kids' behavioral problems. That they got to go to doctors for that.
The adults. It's more onus on the adults.
No, I applaud the school because at that school I saw two black men dealing with that class, and I know in ISD most of the time it's a female that's dealing with it. So I applaud them for that. Well, you know
what my son said doesn't require you.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The teacher ain't going.
Your son threw a chair at me. So you think I'm about to sit here
Don't
get hit by a chair.
Don't worry. The teacher ain't gonna be the one putting hands on that kid. I promise you. Who's next that's gonna put hands on that kid? It's gonna be a police officer when they get him out in the streets. That's who's gonna be the next one to put hands on that kid. When he says "fuck you" to the wrong person. And he's not gonna be told to put his coat up. He's gonna be told to put his hands up. Then he's gonna be laid flat on his stomach on the street.
Parents' fault.
Then he's gonna be laid flat. So whose responsibility are these kids essentially? Whose responsibility are these kids? Who the reflection of what goes on as a parent is through your child.
So how do we know?
And now you want.
Was there parent-teacher conferences? Were there meetings to address these concerns? Were there systems put in place?
We don't know, and you don't know either. We don't know, and you don't know.
I know ain't no man gonna stand over my kid and try to bully him to take your coat off. That's what escalated.
I know if you was.
Is that not what escalated? Is that not what escalated it?
I know if you was in a classroom and the kid cussed you out like that and threw a chair at you, you ain't gonna just stand there and be like, "Well, we gonna call, please."
We're gonna call the counselor.
You're not gonna.
We gonna call the counselor.
Do you realize that there's reactions to your action? It was levels. It was steps.
There's reaction to your action. Yes, that's what you should teach your kids.
If the grown man wouldn't have stood over the boy, try to punk him in front of everybody, take your coat off, and all that intimidating,
that's not
the
true.
chair would have never escalated to that.
That's not true because everything
when the foul mouth happened with all the profanity. That's when it needs to be addressed. Then do not let it continue to build up. Now is the show. Everybody's hustling.
The teacher tried everything you just said. The teacher tried and failed miserably. And everything you said.
It was the second teacher was
what
the
I'm
dude was cool.
And everything failed miserably.
But now
and nobody. And guess what? Because of your child, nobody learned a damn thing. In
it was
class.
all the kids was cussing.
Exactly. So what do you want?
Is the problem is the adult? You got to be able to control your class. I had teachers that controlled the classrooms.
These kids are out of control.
You ain't got that managerial coverage or that leadership coverage, whatever they call it.
What coverage? What
you have to be able to display the ability to coach up and teach kids.
Who is teaching?
Get a new job then.
All right, well, get a new parent. But you can't do that, can you? You can't get new parents. Jay like, nah, well, the kid was wrong. We didn't grow up like that. Our parents would have they would have beat our asses if they would have saw that video. Every one of us would have got our asses beat if our parents would have saw that video. But the problem is now when the parents see the video, they got the Jay Black reaction.
Yeah,
they not worried about what my kid did.
The narrative changed. You can't change the narrative.
But see, this is the problem. Now the kid goes home and you done defended him on that action. So now he realizes he's got somebody to defend him whenever he acts up and wilds out. So now the behavior is on another level the next day because he got backup.
Even if you're right, Mike, when you change the narrative and put your hands on
what are you going to do to your kid when he gets home after you saw? What are you going to do to your kid when you see that video on how he acted?
After I finish getting with a grown man for putting hands on my kid, then I'm going to address my child as well. But my energy now is so focused on I saw a grown man put their hands on my freaking child.
And that's all you're worried about. And the problem is your child. The problem is, why is your child acting like that? There is a behavioral and mental problem when a child is wilding out like that.
You're not going to say my child got a mental problem. You're not going to say that.
Dog, you think a normal kid has that type of anger?
You think a normal adult don't put hands on a kid?
Dog, who is your concern? Dog, you're literally ignoring what you have to deal with your child. I'm sorry, I see it from a different lane. Shit is much deeper than bad kids. I totally agree with you. Nobody cares about these kids, including the parents probably. And that's the issue. Thank you. You sending these kids and they're in an environment. And
yeah, that one kid. Go ahead. You sending the kids in the environment.
You're sending a kid. You're sending all these kids from households, and you expect strangers to be able to act and change your kid. That's not what's going to happen.
Ain't you trained to handle that?
It's not. No, nobody's trained to handle that.
Ain't you taught as a teacher how to control?
A teacher is taught.
Teachers that watch this show.
A teacher cannot recreate mental unstableness in your child. Whatever trauma that kid is going through at the house, whatever anger he has, I have 35 minutes to teach a class. I don't have enough time to figure out how to deprogram this child. And now what your child is going to see, this is what your child's going to see. You're going to come to the school and step to the teacher to reinforce how you deal with these situations. Kids hide weapons in their coats and clothes. That's part of the rules to remove outer bulky clothing.
Yeah, because at the girls' school, they have to wear cardigans. They gave them all cardigans. They can't wear coats.
Take the coat off. Like, he was really trying to, like, that was over the top.
So teachers tell you what to do.
Not like that.
Your kid already crossed every line. There is no say, sir, can you please your coat, put your coat down? Can you put
They need a new job. They obviously could control.
No, we need new parents.
Good morning, Tam.
Good morning, Tam.
Hey, Tam.
Jacqueline, I see you.
Hey, Jacqueline.
I don't know what you want these teachers to do. Y'all want to send these. Good morning.
True said it. He's up a little early.
Well, you must have went to. Did you go to sleep early last night? Did you catch up on sleep like me, and then get accused of going over an Indian girl's house?
I think I see Sheree here. Wait, I think I see a teacher comment here. The baby needs to hug. All right, there's Sheree. She's a teacher. What she said?
You should go sub. She says, Jay Black, you should go sub for a month in a Title I school, then come back and tell us what you think.
Yes.
It's a buildup.
All Jay Black want to do is step to the teacher because his son is out of effing control and throwing chairs at people.
How are you not offended that a grown man put their hands on your child?
No, I'm not offended. First of all, he didn't put hands on him. He pushed him.
That's putting hands. That's assault.
So he wouldn't bust his hand in a window.
No, he was trying to leave.
He was trying to kick the glass. He was trying to. He wasn't kidnapping him. You can't leave.
If he leaves the school,
if I could walk out the classroom, y'all, they're not equipped to handle. That's not the first kid to do that.
Nobody's equipped to handle it.
You cannot let a kid do that because they're at school. The parents sent the
Don't
kid.
Don't put your hands on my child. I don't give a damn what my child
you're
says.
Supposed to protect the kid. If the kid leaves and something happens to the school, happens to the kid, the school and the ISD are all
observe and report. Observe and report.
Until the kid gets hurt because you didn't do anything about it and you were observing. Then I want to see your attitude when something happens to the kid and the teacher says, I was observing what he was doing. I didn't want to put my hands on him. I know he's in the hospital now. I know he punched this and he got cut up and he needs stitches. But I was just observing. Well, why didn't you stop him? Because I can't touch him. Oh, yeah, but it's your job to make sure my kid is safe. Yes, right. But if I can't touch him, what you want me to do? Jay Black, your son is not doing that, so stop. He knows he's not doing that.
Yeah, he's not doing that. Jay, I agree with Sheree. Jay needs to go sub at a school. You ain't got to sub at a
See, it's a build-up too. It's not just subbing. You're building a rapport with your class from day one. It's not just all right, I'm halfway through the school season and this... You have to set the tone.
You're
from day
watching
one, and you will control your class.
You can't just control your class of a bunch of kids who have bigger problems.
Shut it down from day one. Whoever's the first problem, you making them out to be an example.
Jay, you don't think they tried? You don't think they tried to shut it down from day one? You really think
it's all part of management?
No, it's not management. You know what the problem is, Jay? Your management, and when you can't, you know what the problem is? Your management, and when you can't control somebody, you fire them. But you can't fire a kid. See, when you can't control somebody, you fire them and get rid of them and you replace them. But you can't replace the kid. Because when you start kicking kids out, then we're leaving kids to the streets. You got all these answers, but you ain't got no answers.
Yeah, and those kids, you got to remember, some of these kids are on medication. They not just coming to school and everything's great and fine. So you dealing with a lot of personalities or kids that might have 2 or 3 personalities. So there's not just one answer. Sometimes you got to do one thing with one kid. You got to treat this kid a different way than what you treating the rest of the class just to get through the class. And that's a lot.
And you want these kids, and you want these teachers. You want these teachers to do this for an entire year for $55,000 a year. That's what you want. Go do it. Go do what I can't do. Go make magic happen. Well, Jay, go to a school and become the energy you're promoting and see how that works. Shake my damn head.
I feel like I could change the culture and environment.
Then go do it. Don't talk it. Go do it.
Let's get it set up. You can be a sub.
Go to that.
I can't be a sub. You have to set the tone to be an official. Subs are disrespected. It's like being
No. I
need to be able to have the control to set everything up.
I was a
want it.
sub and I had no problems with my class. But when I walked in my class, I let them know from day one. I'm telling y'all something. I don't have no teacher certification. My background is in media. I will fight you if you put your hands on me. And after I fight you, I'll pick up all my stuff and walk out of here and call the news and have them out here to report on you and your mama in the school.
Afro Queen says, my kids like that. Most kids like that have parents who show up to the school talking and acting the same way.
That or either they come up there, oh my God, I can't believe he did that. He didn't have his medicine
So
today.
Shauna, your girls come to you and say, "This teacher, they push me, they wouldn't let me out this class." Are you going to say, "Well, what did you do for them to do that?" Or are you going to say, "Wait, what made them put hands?" Like, are you not going to investigate to figure out why a teacher put hands?
If Carly and Tamara come to me and say the teacher put their hands on me, okay, tell me what happened. What did you do? What did you do? Because what I've taught them is there's a cause and there's a reaction. So what did you do? And I know how my kids talk to me. I know some of the stuff they do with me, and they're my kids. Now I ain't never had that problem at school. They never do anybody else like that. But I know where it can go with my kids. I'm not blind to that. Because my kids are mini me's.
Don Page said, Jay, these are the type of kids I deal with every single day. And yes, that little boy has emotional and mental issues going on. Lady Q, a teacher has a degree in education, not psychology, sir. And then and this is what parents do. You put hands on my kid. He pushed the kid away from the door
multiple times.
Yes, because the kid is trying to bang the door open.
No, he was trying to leave.
And he was kicking the window.
Let me out of here.
Do you understand a kid doesn't get to decide when he leaves the classroom? If that's the case, you have chaos. Right now, you are the bigger problem. That's what it is.
All right. Well, we can agree to disagree. But what you ain't gonna do?
No, we can agree that you're wrong. That's what we can agree on, that you're wrong. Trying to get ready and mentally prepared to possibly deal with behavior issues like that.
Because I think, Sheree, you go back to school Monday, or maybe you go back this week, but the kids go back Monday.
Oh, is there a video?
You missed the video.
Want to play? We'll play the video for you again, Adrian. Here, play
and if y'all watch the build up and the escalation,
first of all, don't explain the video. Don't try.
No, you need to really watch.
No,
see who's in charge. The kids shouldn't be in charge.
You don't get to dissect the video. You got to let people watch the video with their own eyes and make their own opinion.
But that was my first time watching. Now I'm watching it with a critical eye. I'm watching to see when things escalate. And the teacher, take your coat off.
You don't get to lead the witness. You don't get to lead the witness. You don't get to play the video. You don't get to lead shit.
Well, I'd like to see you come up here and do one of these problems.
Shut the fuck up talking to me, Mr. Johnson, before I come knock the motherfucking glasses off your face. And that's on my dick or my head.
Didn't I tell you earlier today? I said,
shut the fuck up talking to me.
Markel, I said I do not talk to you that way, and I would appreciate it if you did not talk to me that way.
Shut the fuck up talking to me.
I do not curse at you. Have I ever cursed at you?
Yes.
I have never cursed at you.
Yes, you have.
You know that's not true.
I bet I can put up some problems that you won't even know, Mr. Johnson.
You probably could.
Exactly.
Come on, put some problems on the board.
Fuck that.
I tell you.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Give you
fuck you. Fuck you.
Oh, that's my
Get away from the computer.
My tray.
Shut the fuck up.
Take the coat off.
That's why you don't know how to do the problem.
Take the coat off. Take the coat off. Take the coat off. I'm asking. You will get it at the end of the day. Take the coat off. Take the coat off. I'm asking you to take the coat off. One more time, Markel. Get it, okay? You gonna get it. You gonna get it. You gonna get it. Don't you gonna get it?
Face up here.
No, hell no. You ain't.
My trap.
You ain't going out the room.
Bird. Have a seat.
Break it. Go on, break it. Go on, break it.
Bird.
Go on, break it.
You got 5, 10, 15, 20. You got
Go
like
ahead. Go ahead.
45
That's the
minutes.
name
Have
off.
a seat.
Let me out.
I'm not. You don't leave because you want to. Lock the door.
No.
You break that, you really going to jail. Move. Get away from me.
No.
Get away from me.
No.
Montreal, if I change that number, then you know what to do next time. Montreal, do you know what to do this time? Here, you want to come up here and work it?
Markel alone. You a Suge Knight nigga.
I said, all we do is substitute values.
What's 6 times 2?
That man said that's exactly what they want you to do. He's literally telling his kid that's exactly what they want you to do. He's warning him, you're really going to go to jail. What do you think that kid is going to be if he doesn't get any help when he's 17? Where do you think he's going with that anger problem? Like, what do you want? You talking about he put hands on him. He pushed him away from the door that he was trying to get through and then trying to break.
His ego was hurt when the kid slammed the door. That's when things actually executing when he forced him to take the coat off. But when he slammed the closet door back, that's when the teacher got mad. And the kid didn't throw the chair. The teacher tripped over the chair.
No, he pushed the chair and he threw the jacket on the ground. That's why
his coat in the mad. No, he got mad when he slammed the door.
No, he threw. We're not.
It's my coat. I put my coat on.
You're not going to throw the thing on the ground.
Whatever.
And the audacity that you have is this man deals with this every single day. You see one clip and you got an answer. You ain't got the answer, Sway.
You ain't got the answer, Sway. You ain't got the answers, Jay.
You see one video and you think you got the answers to something that these people have to deal with every single day, Monday through Friday.
Let me get posted. What you posted, Shambi? Did I miss the Shambi comment?
We put your comments up to Shambi.
The last one you had was right now.
You are the bigger problem. We put that up there.
We put that up.
We put all the comments up. Ain't no comments edited here. Well, Jay, go to
we
school,
put
and we posted that one. Put your jacket up to Shambi. Put your jacket up. Lady Q comment brought to you by Woke Up Inspired. All the shirts that you see in J Black Square brought to you by Woke Up Inspired. Make sure you can customize your shirt. Simply Blessed. They also have their staples that they have. Boundaries matter. Respect them. Lady Q says you're looking at it from a parent that cares about their kids, so you won't understand the situation. It's a sad state. Let me tell you something. When that kid is at that door kicking that window, my heart breaks for that young man. My heart breaks for that young man. Because there's stuff going through his mind that he doesn't even understand why he's that mad. Jay Black, I had to wrestle two second graders who were throwing chairs. He was upset his parents were divorcing, but we cannot let him hurt the other kids.
Yeah, that's facts. I get that.
You ain't got the answers.
I was looking at that one situation that the teacher tried to de-escalate, not escalate.
So what?
Can we agree that the teacher made it worse?
No, because the teacher that tried to de-escalate was getting shitted on.
So remove Markel, or what about the other kid that said if it's a whole bunch of people wilding.
Exactly.
So maybe it is a
so do you really think the teacher could actually control all those kids one at a time?
If you ain't built for this job,
get new teachers. Get new.
This job ain't for if you ain't built for it, get a new gig.
Where you getting them from?
If
Where
you
getting
can't handle what's required of you at your job.
Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? This is your attitude. Fire people. Get where?
I didn't say fire. I said you as a person has to know.
Okay.
I can't keep myself in a situation that I'm unable to manage a problem.
So he cares.
So I need to move on and find something else. I ain't built for this job.
Okay, so who are you going to replace him with?
Then another kid gets abandoned by a teacher.
Thank you.
Yeah, they have problems now.
Then the teacher certification and classroom management is questioned because of the students' behavior.
Yeah,
this is a bigger problem.
About coming back to sub in Dallas. One of my girlfriends called me and said, hey, will you come over here and be a sub? Because we need teachers bad. Teachers quitting left and right.
And I'm gonna be real petty. You think that kid needs to be home with his earbuds in listening to hip hop? You think that kid
hip hop's fault?
No, do you think that kid you think no. Do you think that kid needs that? Do you think that kid needs to have his earbuds in?
And those kids do feel that way. They feel like they get abandoned by the teachers. At one school I was at, the kids always said I was mean. And so I was like, well, I had to leave for medical reasons. And then I came back, and the kids, this one group of kids that I had the biggest problem with, they said, well, Miss Scott, you know, you can't leave us here. And I said, why? Y'all say I'm mean, and y'all go tell on me, you know, go tell the principal on me and stuff. And they said, yeah, you mean, but you care about us. These other teachers don't care about us.
You can come off as relatable. You can come off as that go-to. Let me holler at you. Let me pull you aside, because that's me. I'm pulling little Markel to the side. We're not gonna be on the stage in front of everybody so you can feel like you gotta show up.
I be ripping up at school. I'm gonna let you know. I grab some kids.
Figure this out.
Because these kids big as me. They big as me. And if you, we not doing that. I'm not, like I said, I ain't got no teacher certification, but yeah, I'll come sub at somebody's school, but I'm gonna sub the way I need to sub, because these kids ain't gonna drive me crazy.
But Markel wasn't trying to hurt the other kids. He wasn't trying to throw chairs at the other kid.
Well, you don't.
Oh, now you admit he threw a chair.
He didn't throw the chair. You saw the teacher
chairs at other kids.
No, I was going by what the other comment.
The teacher, Markel told the teacher, shut the F up before I come up there and slap them glasses off your head.
My kids are grown. My youngest is 10 though.
No, there's a bigger problem that goes on way before.
Markel doing a lot.
Way before he gets to that school, these kids are going through more than we could possibly understand, but we don't want to deal with that. What we want to do is step to a teacher, but we don't want to deal with the main problem. It's like washing your car, but your whole engine don't work. But you want to wash your car and wax it and get it detailed, but nothing works in the car.
When you allow somebody to step on you, it gets worse and worse. The soft teacher has been getting walked over.
Now he's soft.
He is. He don't know how to handle the class, so it gets worse. It escalate.
How you gonna
disrespect stuff gets worse and worse. It's a buildup. That's not a one. That's not a day one reaction.
Okay, so how you gonna handle them?
I think
it's from the door. It's a buildup.
No. I think the black male teacher handled that well, because he showed all those little boys in that classroom that you can talk. He didn't raise his voice. He treated them like human beings. He still treated them with respect that they didn't even deserve. So I wouldn't say that teacher is soft. I wouldn't say that the other man that came in was out of control, because I felt like he handled himself.
Jay called the one teacher soft. Then he's mad at the other teacher for getting husky. So I want to know where in the middle you need. I want to know how you want.
The first teacher soft because he allowed the build. Mike, if you keep slapping somebody, slapping is only going next is going to turn into a punch.
So what do you do
later?
So what do you do?
You don't allow that first slap. You get control from the big, like Sheree today is the first day back for her at school. If she goes there today and allow them kids to walk over her, what do you think gonna happen 2 months from now? It's gonna be a zoo.
Do you think that teacher didn't try to
do
that?
She going from day one.
Do you think you just discovered electricity? Do you think that teacher? Do you think you just really discovered America right now? Do you think them teachers ain't all thinking the same thing when they walk into a classroom the first day of school?
He's a switch.
Yeah, he need a switch. He need a couple things.
Yeah. So my kid,
I think I
flipping tables, and he ready know what I'm gonna do. The problem is Markel done seen this same action take place at his house on what goes down or in his neighborhood or on his block. And it's been triggered to think that is an answer for something. I'm not a psychologist. He needs a lot of talking to. He needs a lot of work. That one teacher, neither one of them are built to help that child. I don't care what you do on the first day of school.
Yeah, both their approach ain't going to work. Yeah, both.
Yeah, because you want perfection.
No, it has to be a happy medium. From the door, it has to be a respect established.
You ain't spend a day in the classroom, but you want to critique that the man need to be applauded. And I bet that child will end up respecting and thanking that man for being an authority figure in his life.
Yeah, much later on. Because like I said, the man is showing them, because Markel didn't put his hands on him. All he did was he made some threats.
He slammed the closet door, and the teacher got upset and ran up on him.
Talking about that. I'm talking about the first teacher. Markel made all those threats, and that teacher showed him you can talk back to somebody. You being too hard on them teachers, and Markel got to, you know, he needs some help. And that's the other
clearly a
thing.
build up.
They recognize that. You have to give those teachers credit. They recognize that. Because if the teacher didn't recognize that the boy need help, then they probably would have handled it different. Because these grown men. These are grown men.
Don Page said, Jay, if that kid was acting up at my job like that, we would have put him in a restraint chair, put him in isolation, gave him a needle with sedation. Shame.
And that's what I'm saying. And these poor kids, drug addicts, because all they, you know, and that's what they do to them. They, we need to get him on meds. He didn't have his medicine day. He's too young for all of that.
The shameful part is that, and we're only saying this young man's name because I think the young man is just a kid. He's just a kid. But when he's at the grocery store and he tells the cashier to go fuck himself, and I'm not going to do what you just said to do, and the dude says, you got to pay for that. And he says, fuck you, I already paid for it. No, you didn't. And them cops come. And when them cops get called, we're going to see what the result's going to be with that situation. And it's a shame. It's a shameful pattern that goes on. Because of this type of behavior, restrictions, and administrations, my school had 2 teachers to quit before Christmas break. So now we are short 5 teachers, and no one wants to substitute because of behavior like the young man just displayed, and parents not wanting anyone to say anything to their children. So eventually what you're going to have, because Jay Black says you're not built, you need to leave. Eventually what you're going to have is you're going to send your kid to a school where they are not supervised. Then you're going to blame the school system. Then you're going to blame the principal. Then you're going to want to have a lawsuit. And then what you're going to have is more people going, fuck this teacher stuff. I'm going to the suburbs. I ain't going to these schools. Wow, a soft teacher. This is why the good teachers get burnt out.
Jay, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Drop your bacon?
Yeah, the yolk bust everywhere. My bad. Pause.
Yolk bust. Pause. That part, Afro Queen. Dog, it's so much deeper than this, and these kids are in such bad situations right now. But the whole environment that we train them in, this whole environment that we got these kids in is fucked up. Everything around them is negative. Everything around them promotes negativity. Everything around them is met by violence. Resolve it with violence and do all this other stuff. Everything around them is don't respect the powers that be or whatever. Listen, I'm just happy I'm not growing up in this era right now. I'm just happy that I didn't have to go through this. I mean, I saw a person die and all that other stuff, but this is sad. He reminds me of a foster kid. Adrian says, this is a hard one for me because sometimes I know I didn't handle these situations well, but when I was calm and pulled him to the side, I got a better outcome. He had a lot of trauma. I had no training. I had to learn on my own.
Well, yeah, I mean, but your situation
is a thankless job. It's a thankless job.
He
always giving needles and pills. Because it's too hard to change the environment. That's right, Mike. Yes, thank you. I don't know what I'm right about, but thanks. Forget the sandwich, Jay. You need a Snickers.
Oh God.
So now you have 5 classrooms. Window teachers, students aren't getting what they need, and there's extra work on the teachers who are there because we have to now combine classes or cover classes on our off period. Yeah. Then we have the case where I don't know if we did it on the show, but me and Shawnee talked about it, where a girl's son graduated high school and they said, you got to do these 4 years again because you have no credits. You the best grade you've ever gotten was like 2 Ds.
Oh, no, we didn't do it on the show.
So he has to do all 4 years over again. And the mom, who they keep emphasizing worked 3 jobs, is like, yeah, but he kept passing. So I figured
the school failed him.
Okay.
Yeah.
You never checked his grades ever?
If you're in the 12th grade and you only got 3.5 credits, you should have never been promoted to the 10th or 11th.
You never checked his grades ever?
That's not true, Jay.
You never checked his grades.
Why is the school passing somebody through the 12th grade with only 3 credits when they clearly didn't pass? It's a combination.
It's called No Child Left Behind.
The mom's working 3 jobs.
Why is it always the school's fault? The school didn't
have a 12th grade, and then you say that you got to go back to 9th grade because you only got 3.5 credits through these 4 years.
If my
the school played a major part.
No, if my child gets to the 12th grade and I find out that she can't graduate, that is my fault. because this is my child that I am over. I am supposed to be responsible for. I should be asking, okay, let me see your. So what? I got 3 jobs. If I got 5 jobs and 10 kids, they my responsibility. It's my responsibility to make sure that this child is ready to assimilate into the world. So I should be with my job. I should take the time out to say, okay, let me look at your grades. Okay, when is parent teacher conference? Okay, why are you getting all these F's? Let me call the school. Sometimes you got to take time out to do what's necessary for your kids. We can't keep saying, oh, I got to work these jobs. I'm a single mom. Okay, well, you chose to be a single mom. I chose to be a single mom. I didn't have to be a single mom. I could stay married to their daddy if I wanted to, but I made that choice. That's not their fault. That ain't the school fault. That's my choice.
Now, the problem...
I got to work all these jobs. That ain't got nothing to do with them. They ain't got nothing to do with the school.
Now,
but I still have the responsibility to raise these kids and make sure that they're ready to assimilate into society. That's on me.
Now, the problem I have with the school is freshman year, he shouldn't have never moved up. Freshman year, they should have been held back.
Why would they promote him to 10th grade?
Okay. Freshman year, he should have been held back. They shouldn't have waited to the 12th grade. But those are the No Child Left Behind rules that were put in this country in certain states where they're not holding people back. But for you to say the reason why you thought your child simply was doing well was because they got moved on to a next grade, not because you ever looked at a grade. You never looked once.
I think it's balanced.
If you were to check one report card, the kid never passed anything. If you would have checked just one.
But I looked into that school. They had like a success rate of like 5 point. Like they was a really hard, but it was in Baltimore. It's a Baltimore school district.
That's fine. But the fact is, if you would have checked, you never checked one report card.
I don't care if they had a 0% success rate. You know, you sent your child to that school. You know what school you sent you. They done had news reports and stuff about that school. You know that. That's just lazy parenting. That is lazy excuse parenting. No, I don't care. Even if they do, they do pass these kids on and they help them with stuff. But you better believe I be on my kids' report card. I don't care what's I be in the hospital.
Actually said if your kid got 3.5 credits as a senior, that's everyone's fault. That's
what I just said.
Yeah. That's why I said it's balanced.
No, it's not. It's not balanced. It's not balanced. The kid belongs to you. Your responsibility is greater.
You accept the responsibility as a school. It's balanced.
Okay,
it goes.
Well, if it's part of the school responsibility.
Did you reach out sending me letters saying that I need the parent teacher conference?
You don't know that they got there. You don't know that they got there.
We don't know, but I know that the parents should be involved in the school.
The kids don't bring home everything. They don't bring home everything. I know they school, they'll call us and say we sending this. Or they'll email stuff, but all of that doesn't make it to the parent. But as a parent with a child in school, I know that there are certain things that's supposed to happen because I went to school and I know what I brought home and what I didn't. So no, that's the parent. So Jay, if you feel that way, if we gonna get this fault to the school and it's the school problem and my child doing this, then the school can discipline your child. The school can put their hands on them. The school can do whatever they need to do because you want the school to be the parent part of the time.
I just want to ask this question. If the mother never checked report cards, do you think she checked her emails? If she never checked the report card, do you think?
No, because she was working 3 jobs. She a single parent, having more babies. She had time to lay down and get laid, but you ain't got time to check on your kids.
I think the school has a responsibility. I think they do, and I think the school system and the people who put these laws in are failing kids. I agree with that. My problem is it's not okay, but it's not balanced because these ain't my kids. It can never be balanced when you are the parent. So if you've never checked the report card, the school failed your child. The school failed the child that they didn't give birth to. You failed the child that came out of your womb. There's a big difference on saying this is balanced. They probably didn't promote him in high school. It's based off of credits. No, he got promoted in high school till it was time to graduate because they realized that those grades would be shown to the state. And the state was going to go, what the hell's going on in this school?
12th grade.
So if you only have 5 credits, you might be in your 3rd year of high school, but you still are a freshman. Yes, exactly right.
Yeah, the story resurfaced. It happened last year in Baltimore. If you Google it, it'll pop right up. But yeah, the school percentage is horrible. They have a lot of issues in that Baltimore school district. So that's why I'm saying the school also played a part. It's ridiculous to have 3 credits in the 12th grade.
I totally I agree with you. I totally agree. I
and
just
to say,
don't think
man, you got to go back to the 9th grade. Imagine
what do you want him to do? Wait. So what do you want him to do?
You bet he got to get his GED. There's no way at 18 you going.
How is he going to pass that GED test?
I don't know, but we're gonna have to get him
by some miracle, you're gonna pass the GED test.
As a parent, I need to figure it out because he's not going back to the 9th grade.
As a
that's why he's going to drop out. He's going to drop out. There's no way that ridicule, embarrassment, the kids teasing him. You're
not going to be the only one.
And a 14 years old.
Okay, now you
18 and with a bunch of 14-year-olds.
Now you got time to figure it out after he done got to the 12th grade. You should have had time to figure it out when they was in 9th grade and stayed on top of it. The school sent a report card home. The school probably did send papers home. The lady said that she only went to one parent conference. The parent.
Yeah, she said she was stressed. She said, I'm working 3 jobs. It's tough raising.
It don't matter.
But she was having her own challenges and issues.
Go back to the comment before
somebody else that had the time to do it.
All right, let me read these comments and then we'll see how we finish up the show. In high school, a student in the 9th grade fails certain subjects, but they still move up to the 10th grade, but have to take freshman classes. That's what should happen, and the parents should be informed and all that good stuff. What's the Lady Q's comment? Lady Q, brought to you by WokeUpInspired.com. The kid knew he didn't do no damn work and didn't go to school. How the F did the parent not know her kid missed or was late over 200 times? F on out of here. Listen, I'm not defending the school system. The school system is messed up, and the school system is messed up, especially in inner cities, because their budget, in most cases, is affected by property taxes. Well, move back to Shawn because he'll take his jacket off. Yeah, say it louder, Shawnee, for the people on MySpace to hear. Those are facts. But you can't not look at a report card. I don't care how many jobs, you can't not look. Am I saying her life is easy? Absolutely not. Am I saying I would ever want to go through what she's going through, working 3 jobs and raising boys? No, absolutely not. But you got to look at a report card. How you think the school can't stop your kids from leaving the classroom, yet you expect to babysit your kids' grades? I don't know. Because perfection is what Jay wants from this organization. Action. I'm sure the school or some teachers made some phone calls. I get those if my kids have problems. Exactly. So not one teacher ever called. Now that would be a problem. It could happen. It could happen. Once again, the onus is on the parent to find out what's going on with your child. If Lady Q, brought to you by Woke Up Inspired, if you know you sending your kid to a shitty district, you should expect to be on your kid's ass. Those are facts. 3 jobs, 5 jobs, 6 jobs. My point is, I'm not blaming the mom for being a poor parent. I'm blaming her for not living up to everything she had to. Now, my thing is, if it happens, don't go to the media. Don't go to the media to blame the school system. Because at some point, somebody got to air you out and be like, you didn't look at a report card? And you're not the only one working 3 jobs.
18-year-old freshman.
Random Rick says he could probably make the varsity team though, being an 18-year-old freshman. But he probably wouldn't go to practice. He probably wouldn't go to practice.
All right, I teach you.
When are you gonna get a call in line? Because I have stories to tell about summer school and the credit recovery, how I literally had to go beg these students to do their work and had to go to their house to make sure they're doing their work so they could get the credit, so they could be classified as a junior or senior and not be 17 and still classified as a freshman. Now, this woman is going to people's homes. That's not in her job description.
No,
she not getting no raises. When she comes in there and says, I go to these kids' homes to make sure they're doing work, right?
Kudos to you, Sheree.
Shout to you. But you really think the average person, including Michael Shawn, would do all that? No. I got my own family.
Why would when I was in 9th grade, you needed 4 and a half credits or 4, whatever, and I was a half a credit short. I had to go to night school in order to make it to 10th grade. Why did they didn't say, oh, you're not going to go to 10th grade? I mean, we're going to push you through. No, in order for you to go to 10th grade, you need to get this half a credit in night school in order to go to 10th grade. So I knew in order for me to go to 10th grade, I needed to get that, go to night school.
Yeah.
So I did that, or they wouldn't have put me in 10th grade. I would have been in 9th. I would have been left back.
Unfortunately, laws have changed since you graduated.
Yeah, they didn't have the No Child Left Behind. And now most of it is based on these tests.
You also didn't have computers in your classroom. You had calculators. So it was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. And nobody had iPhones that they had to give up before they went to school. And you probably weren't going through a metal detector. I don't know in your school, but you probably weren't going. Goddamn. Well, I'll go back to that last comment. Let me get all these comments in, because before people start saying we don't put the comments up, Sean B. Well, I'm with Get Emails. I have the app on my phone to check my kids' progress daily. Yes, I haven't. There's an app where I can go to so I can see all their grades. And that was one of the things where I was able, and Stacy, their mom, was able to check the grades and be like, what the hell's going on? As bad as I was in school, I got my foot all in my kids' ass about school. Yeah, you got to. It's a hard job. Kathy Black and Miles says, in Baltimore, when I was there during school time, it was more kids walking the streets than I ever saw in my life. I asked my sister, why are they not in school? She said their parents don't care. It was crazy. It's a shame. It's sad. It's horrifying. And, you know, we don't want to, I don't have a simple answer for it. But one of my things is we don't want to take responsibility for what we have control of.
Clapping it up for Sheree. Yes.
Sheree. Absolutely. Absolutely, Sheree. And the problem is people will say, we need more teachers like Sheree. Damn it. You know how impossible it is to get more people to go above and beyond like that? We need some more Mr. Clarks in the school system. No, Jay don't want no Mr. Clark in his school system. He don't want nobody in his son's face saying, you do crack, don't you? He don't want that. Why you telling my kid you do crack? Why you in my kid's face talking about you do crack? Why you making him sing the school song? What if he don't want to sing the school song, Mr. Clark? What if my son don't want to sing the school song?
Yeah, make him sing.
Lady Q, the paperwork or email may have been sent out. And if mama ain't checking grades, thank you, Lady Q. That's what I said. Or attendance, perhaps she missed that memo. If she not checking a report card, you thinking what she checking is her Instagram.
Yeah, mama.
What she checking is that TikTok.
Jobs, and I'm a single mom. Girl, get out.
Y'all don't want Joe Clark. Y'all don't want Joe Clark in your schools. Y'all don't want these schools to get turned upside down by real discipline. Y'all don't want that smoke. I was bugged out when the kids asked his mom, what I do all this for? What the fuck did he do? I don't know what he did.
He wasn't even going to school.
Yeah, he did say that on the thing. What I do all this? What did you do, dog? You made me look like a scholar student, and I only had like a C average.
Going to class, he was missing, tardy, late. Not there. So.
Yes, right. And the problem is the woman is working 3 jobs, so this kid is raising himself. This kid is making his own boundaries. He's making his own rules because the mom. And listen, man. I don't know. I ain't got the answers. I'm gonna tell you right now. I ain't got it's a bigger problem than what we'll ever be able to admit to. Action says we have to admit the more we think about this, the more the responsibility goes to the parent, because the child was obviously raised with a lack of respect for school and its importance in society.
Right. That's the mama fault. That's mama fault.
And then mama was raised in what environment? The environment that we keep throwing more and more negative shit out. We deal with so much. This is our teacher, Sheree. We deal with so much behavior, drug sales, kids coming to school high, bringing their jammies, their nerds. They are laced with THC. We aren't equipped to deal with this. We had a student who told assistant principal that he was going to I don't know why I edit some of my curses. Going to fuck the shit out of her. And his mom was upset that he was getting sent or said to, I'll try to school. I don't know what that is. It's a lot that goes on. But at the end of the day, I do love my students for my shitty pay. I love my students and excuse any typos. Sorry. Your typos mixed in with my ability to read is a bad combination, teacher. It's a bad combination. I'm using Siri. Try to get work. Okay. Trying to get to work.
You're going to smash them both.
Well, Sheree, we appreciate everything you're doing. Wow. Shout out Joe Clark and Batman. They don't want that. Joe Clark would never work in schools right now, y'all. If Joe Clark was in a school, he would get shot by an uncle. I promise you, they roll up on Joe Clark.
Tough? You think you tough? Yeah.
My daughter stay on her son's butt. She gets texts and emails telling her if a grade gets lower than a 70. God bless. I see what Shawnee be doing. I see how she be handling her kids who get great grades. It's a full-time effing job.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go above and beyond. Kids bring weed to school. Wow, I need 2 teeth.
She did say that. Sheree said they dealing drugs. What? Well, she ain't say weed too. Who knows?
They brought some drugs in my school.
They could have been some hardcore.
They brought some drugs in my school. All right. Well, we got through a whole show.
We ain't even get the Dana White. They crucifying my guy. Go ahead, say it again.
All right. What'd you say, Shawnee?
We forgot to do something.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Tap in.
Happened
48 minutes
ago.
late.
Yeah, 48 minutes. One of you. That was brought to you by Trendsetter. Do me a favor. Play the Dana White video real quick. Let's end this last 10 minutes with Dana White. Let's end it. This would happen. UFC owner, the head man, the head knuckle in charge was in Cabo. Shawnee, he was in Cabo. And this was took place.
Texas.
So the problem is all the headlines saying Dana White hit his wife.
Go.
His wife hit him first.
Go.
But all the headlines saying this man is wrong.
Can you stop leading everybody and just play it?
I just wanted that to be preference.
Yes.
Slap back.
And you.
Did you see that, Mike? I'm gonna play it again for you.
I saw it like 10 times already.
She slaps him, bam, and he reacted back. Oh, what's going on?
And then he hits her again.
No, then he blocking her.
He hit her again.
Yeah, she was trying to hit him again.
Dana White already went on and said, I'm dead wrong. He knows he's dead wrong. He knows he's dead wrong. He already admitted it. He was already on TMZ and said, I don't care what y'all think. All I'm doing is worrying about what me and my drunk ass wife were doing at the club. And yes, I was wrong. He knows he's wrong. He gets it.
So why is that the headlines crucifying him instead of saying like his wife, they got into a spat, like they got to hit each other?
If you hit me and I hit you back, guess what? You know what happened? What was the NFL player, the running back for the Baltimore Ravens who knocked his wife out in the elevator? Ray Rice. Ray Rice. She spit in his face. I ain't never had nobody spit in my face that I ain't hit. But guess what? You can't. Dana White knew before in a public, first of all, I'm going to say public place, but I'm saying public place for a guy of that high stature, that high visibility. He knew damn well once he did it, he was wrong.
But defending hitting back. So your reaction. Your reaction is to hit back, right? Somebody hit you.
You can't be 240 pounds and your wife smack you and you smack her back. Like you just can't, dog. I don't care what comment said.
Ain't right with that. Something's just not right.
He didn't even move. This is what it went. She went like this. He smacked her head off, and she went. It's not even the same consequence.
So it's okay for him to be crucified?
Yes, because he's crucified people, and he admitted it.
So is it any fault on her part for hitting?
Yes, it is.
But why she's not crucified?
Is she famous?
She shouldn't have put her hands on him. But I mean, she shouldn't have put her hands on him. But he shouldn't have slapped her like that either. Get her out.
I don't know what to tell you.
They were both drunk. You know, they were drunk. So just get her out of there. Apparently, for them to do that in public like that, they doing that at the house.
Oh yeah.
He just said we had too much to drink.
They was drunk.
Drinking.
They doing that at the house, but you ain't gonna do that in public like that. Like,
but her statement said, "Yeah, that's usually not his character." I'm thinking, you started it. How you gonna have a statement come out saying, "Yeah, that's not his normal character"? What, to hit you back when you hit him?
I want to tell
if you hit somebody, you should expect to get hit back. I would think.
I 1000% agree with you. But you said, "Why is he being crucified?" And you know why.
He's a man.
Because
never hit a woman.
He don't know. Nobody know her. That comes with the territory. Don't nobody know her.
Well, if she was 350 pounds and he was $125, it would be different because we know that you know.
But I'm not going to overlook women.
Oh,
Keep
that
your
happened to me.
hands. I'm not going to overlook. Keep your hands to yourself, no matter how mad you get, and stay out dudes' faces. I don't know what she was mad about. They ain't never going to tell us that. That happened to me. An ex hit me like that. And just from reaction, not expecting that from her, I knocked her out and took some teeth. Okay, you probably should have put that comment up. I felt bad. It was wrong, but I understand the reaction. I don't know about all that.
But that's real. Your reaction takes over.
Yeah, you might want to take that comment up.
So he's being honest. We're an open show. Everyone's honest. They share a lot. We all share a lot.
I think he was hacked. I think Action got hacked.
His page.
Yeah, I think they hacked his page. I don't think that was Action. I don't think that was Action at all. I think it was hacked. So they're gonna get swept under the rug in a day. Dog, it's only a day story anyway, y'all. It's only a day story. They was pissy drunk. They were pissy drunk. What do you want? Brittany Griner didn't. All Brittany Griner got was 48 hours. What do you think this is gonna get? They
Brittany
still.
who?
Matter of fact,
Brittany who?
Who? Brittany Spears? No, the basketball player Brittany. The one. What happened to this? Throw a drink in his face. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Don't even do that. Don't throw a drink in his face.
Don't throw a drink in my face. No, you add enough alcohol. I'm not making excuses for anything. You put enough alcohol in a circumstance, and people will act outside of their character like they've never done before. Add enough alcohol in any situation. Add enough on both sides, on both parties, not just one being pissy drunk. Add enough liquor in both people, and the calmest person will act out of their character. That's what liquor is for. Liquor is based on putting your system so you act. This is no excuse. The truth will set you free. Whoever hacked his page, man, is still going at it. Man, get off of Action's page. And we're still good friends to this day. She also knows she was wrong. She was drunk. Get off of his Action. Change your password.
Y'all still friends.
Report the car stolen.
Report the car stolen. You ain't got a GPS. Get your stuff back.
Drinks are too expensive, Jeanette. Yeah, they can't be throwing drinks.
Can't be throwing drinks. Can't be throwing drinks.
Liquor courage, yeah, that'll do it.
Dog, liquor is the devil when it comes to that. Especially if y'all if y'all in a toxic relationship, man, come on. We done seen, what's his name, Blueface, and what's the other girl's name? We done seen them actually. They did like 3 rounds of sparring with each other. Like they
love each other. And they had New Year's Eve together. I was looking at the loving couple. Now, they're just toxic. They're toxic. I thought we retired the word toxic in 2023. Narcissist and toxic. Can we retire him? Hey, they toxic. He's a narcissist.
Oh, look at Random Rick. He said, put Random Rick's comment about Action. Of course, she's gonna tell you that she don't want you to knock any more teeth out. I'm not playing with y'all. No. Take it off.
Oh, God.
First of all, that wasn't Action. His page was hacked.
His page got hacked. They stole his account.
He stole his account. That would be alcohol abuse. Don't throw drinks. Yeah, don't throw drinks. That is so Atlanta hip hop housewives of the damn block. All right, y'all. I'm exhausted. Now I got to go to work. This has been great.
Well, let's see an update on DeMar Hamlin. He's still in critical condition. They're trying to get him off of the ventilator, though, his uncle says. And next Monday. Well, you know what? I can't say that yet because we ain't got it. But Rodney will be back next week. The Rodney Perry show will be back next week.
And just quick, tomorrow I'm gonna write a note. I'm gonna write some notes down. You do realize that this young man probably is not gonna get paid out his contract from the NFL because it's not guaranteed. So I just want to, and I'm taking this from
he got $6 million right now.
I'm taking this from some other player who said this very clearly. When the NFL keeps yelling out, "Our prayers go to the family," then guarantee his contract. Our prayers go to his family. Oh, really?
That'll start. Then they got to do that for every player.
The owner of the team is worth $6 billion. Guarantee his contract. Also, for those who don't know, the disability in the NFL is $2,200 a month, which went down from $5,600 a month when they did the negotiations. Do you think he's going to need some medical attention? Not to mention what he's going to pay for with the amazing work that the hospital is doing now, because the only thing we want is him to be healthy and him to live.
They changed his GoFundMe to say that he's going to use. They got to use some of that for his medical bills,
which is embarrassing that they have to use anything for their medical bills. Anything for their medical bills. If the NFL wants to send prayers and thoughts to the family, tell them you are covered on everything that he has to do after this. Any medical expense should be covered by the NFL. His $800,000, he may not get paid. He hasn't met his pension, and even if he met the years of his pension, he wouldn't even get that till he was 55. He's 24. Just want to put that out there when the NFL keeps saying all our prayers and thoughts to the family. All we're worried about is his recovery. Are you really? Because there's one stress that you can take off those parents, that mother right now. You can say, don't worry about a thing, whatever it takes to get him back now and whatever he has to do afterwards to rehab after this situation.
Oh, like the police do. If you die or get injured while in the line of duty, they do is different levels. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Now, once again, the one thing that is needed here is we want this young man to be alive. And if we can get him off that ventilator, that is an amazing step to him surviving this.
Facts.
So we pray. Facts. We don't have the financial resolve to do what the NFL has. What one owner could do. Forget the NFL. One owner could do it. And I don't want to hear that LeBron should come put in money, even though I'm sure he will. Kyrie should put in money. That would be great. And the league, who they risk their lives for, who we now have been reminded that every time these dudes play, they are actually risking their lives for the enjoyment of me, Jay Black, and the millions who watch from Thursday to Monday.
You just left me out. Man.
Oh, no. I didn't know you were into Shawnee too. Even though she's not heartbroken like Jay Black is when her team loses. She doesn't disappear from the show and tap out.
They lost.
Yeah, she don't tap out the show, and his response. She takes care of her responsibilities after her.
All right, look at the time. Rodney Perry Live's up next.
No, Rodney will be back next week.
Rodney's back next week.
Rodney's back next week. Shout out to No Hater Show. Prosper just hit me with a New Year's Eve and said thanks for everything. Shout out to you, No Hater Show. Prosper has the hoodies and all that other good stuff. All right, we out of here. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that. And understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything in life. Fight for your happiness. Never let anyone take it from you. Michael, Shawn, Jay Black, Shawnee Scott, Sexy Mo somewhere on a cruise, having a great time living her life. Action Jackson's last comment. What was his last comment of the show? His last comment was exactly Team Mike, a group of billionaires sending prayers. How about sending cash? That always works. Prayers are 50-50. Exactly, man. Save your prayers. Hit me on my Cash App. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Yeah, yo.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legend, where the truth hurts.